Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn Chapter 1 Solubility of Drugs from PP1. This will be the first half section of the chapter. So, now let us see what are the contents of chapter. It consists of solubility expression, mechanism of solute solvent interaction, ideal solubility parameter, solvation, association, quantitative approach to factors influencing solubility of drugs. These are the points that we are going to be covered. Introduction. Let us see some definitions first. What is solution? Solution is a mixture of two or more components that form a homogeneous mixture. Components are solute or number of solutes and solvent or number of solvents. What is solute? It is a substance which is present in lesser amount and that gets dissolved in solution. And solvent is a substance in which solute is dissolved. We can explain solution on our daily basis examples. For example, आपण सॉल्ट म्हणजेच मीठ हे रोज आपल्या जेवणात वापरतो. आपण जर मीठ हे पाण्यात टाकलं तर ऑब्वियस आहे की मीठ हे पाण्यात विरघळणार. तर मीठ इथे सोल्यूट ॲक्ट करतं आणि पाणी हे सॉल्वेंट ॲक्ट करतं. सो इट टुगेदर फॉर्म अ सोल्युशन. Then what is solubility? Solubility is the ability of one substance to fully dissolve in another substance under specific conditions. So if the solute or solid is dissolved in the liquid, it is called as soluble, whereas if it is not dissolved into the liquid, it is called as insoluble. For example, आपण साखर आणि वाळूचे एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. आपण जर साखर पाण्यात टाकली तर ती डिझॉल्व्ह होते आणि जर आपण वाळू पाण्यात टाकली तर ती डिझॉल्व्ह होत नाही. तर साखर ही सोल्युबल सॉलिड आहे आणि वाळू ही इनसोल्युबल सॉलिड आहे. देन solubility expression. Solubility can be expressed in numerous terms, that is percent by mass, percent by volume, molarity, mole fraction and parts per million. We have already learned all these things. Then other ways to express solubility are insoluble, very highly soluble, soluble, etc. This following given table defines that how much of parts of solvent are required to make very soluble, freely soluble, soluble solutions. So very soluble is less than 1 part, freely soluble is in range of 1 to 10, soluble is in range of 10 to 30, sparingly soluble is in range of 30 to 100, slightly soluble is in range of 100 to 1000, very insoluble is in range of 1000 to 10,000 and insoluble is more than 10,000. You have to by heart these values because it is usually asked in GPAT examinations or your university examinations. Let us see terms saturated solution, unsaturated solution and supersaturated solution. So what is saturated solution? Solution in which dissolved solute is in equilibrium with undissolved solute is called saturated solution. When we add solute to solvent, a point is reached where no more solute dissolves under specific condition. म्हणजेच आपण जर एक सोल्यूट एका सॉल्व्हेंटमध्ये ॲड करत असू तर एक पॉईंट येईल जेव्हा आपण जास्त सोल्यूट ॲड करू शकणार नाही. म्हणजे ते सोल्यूट त्या सॉल्व्हेंटमध्ये डिझॉल्व्ह होणार नाही स्पेसिफिक कंडिशन्समध्ये. तर तेव्हा ते सोल्युशन सॅच्युरेटेड सोल्युशन बनतं. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज सॅच्युरेटेड सोल्युशन. देन व्हॉट इज unsaturated solution? Solution containing dissolved solute in concentration less than saturated solution. When less solute is added to solvent, the solution is called as unsaturated solution. Third, supersaturated solution. Solution containing more solute than saturated solution. This can be prepared by increasing temperature to dissolve more solute in solvent. म्हणजेच जर आपण सॅच्युरेटेड सोल्युशन घेतलं ज्यामध्ये आपण अजून सोल्यूट ॲड करू शकत नाहीत सॉल्व्हेंटमध्ये स्पेसिफिक कंडिशन्समध्ये, तर आपण हीट टेम्परेचर त्याला ॲप्लाय करणार आणि सोल्यूट त्यामध्ये डिझॉल्व करणार. त्याला सुपर सॅच्युरेटेड सोल्युशन म्हणतात. दिस फिगर रिप्रेझेंट्स द सोल्युबिलिटी. These three test tubes are of unsaturated solution, saturated solution and supersaturated solution. The first test tube is of unsaturated solution where more solute dissolves. The second test tube is of saturated solution where no more solute dissolves. And third test tube is of supersaturated solution where it becomes unstable and crystal formation takes place. Then mechanism of solute solvent interaction. We already know that there are number of interactions like solute solute interaction, solute solvent interaction, solvent solvent interaction, but we are going to focus on solute solvent interaction today. When there is favorable interaction between solute and solvent, the solute get dissolved in the solvent. There are three steps involved in this mechanism. First is solute molecule removal, second is creation of cavity, and third is insertion in the solvent. So let us see first step, that is solute molecule removal. The solute drug molecule is removed from its crystal. So the first step is that the solute molecule must separate out from the bulk solute. This is enthalpically unfavorable as solute-solute interactions are breaking, but is entropically favorable. The second step, that is creation of cavity. The cavity must be created in the solvent. The creation of the cavity will be entropically and enthalpically unfavorable as the ordered structure of the solvent decreases and there are fewer solvent-solvent interactions. And the third step is insertion in the solvent. The solute is inserted in the सॉल्व्हेंट. सो म्हणजे ह्या तीन स्टेप ज्या आहेत, तर पहिल्या स्टेपमध्ये सोल्यूट मॉलिक्यूल रिमूव्हल होतो, म्हणजे क्रिस्टल फॉर्म किंवा क्रिस्टल स्ट्रक्चरमधनं ड्रग मॉलिक्यूल बाहेर पडतो. सेकंड स्टेप आहे कॅव्हिटी क्रिएशन, सॉल्व्हेंट मॉलिक्यूलमध्ये कॅव्हिटी क्रिएट होते. आणि थर्ड स्टेप आहे इन्सर्शन इन द सॉल्व्हेंट, म्हणजे जो आपला ड्रग मॉलिक्यूल क्रिस्टलपासून सेपरेट झाला तो सॉल्व्हेंटच्या कॅव्हिटीमध्ये जाऊन इन्सर्ट होतो. दिस इज द मेकॅनिझम ऑफ सोल्यूट सॉल्व्हेंट इंटरॅक्शन. नाउ लेट अस सी आयडियल solubility parameter. To estimate solubility, some ideal solubility parameter are required, that is given by regulation solution theory. It explains the extent of solubility by numeric expression, and that is given as delta 1 is equals to delta u by v raised to power 1 by 2 is equals to delta h minus rt divided by v raised to power 1 by 2, where delta 1 is solubility parameter of solvent, delta u is molar energy, v is molar volume of solvent, delta h is molar heat of vaporization, r is gas constant and t is temperature. With this expression you can carry out the delta 1 value. Similarly, delta 2 is given as u by v raised to power 1 by 2, where delta 2 is solubility parameter of solvent and u is lattice energy of the crystal. Extent of solubility is given by difference between solubility parameter of solvent and solubility parameter of solute, that is delta 1 minus delta 2, and the unit of solubility parameter is joule raised to power 1 by 2 meter raised to power minus 3 by 2. The next point is solvation. It is basically solute solvent interaction. Then solvation is defined as solvation is a process of rearranging solvent and solute molecules into the solvation complex to distribute solute molecule evenly with the solvent. Solute gains stability in solution by forming complex with the solvent. Then the unit of solvation is mole per second. Hydration. When water is used as a solvent, it is called as hydration. This was all about solvation. Now let us see what is association. We all know Association in simple words means joining or addition. So, association is joining or addition. It is defined as it is a chemical reaction where ions of opposite electric charge come together in solution to form a distinct chemical entity. Ion associates are classified according to number of ions that associate with each other as ion pairs. Ion pairs are formed where cation and anion come together. आपण इथे बघू शकता की एक कॅटायन आहे आणि एक ॲनायन आहे आणि जे सोबत येऊन एक आयन पेअर फॉर्म करता. And the last point is quantitative approach to factors influencing solubility of drugs. We all know there are number of factors that influence solubility of drugs. So let us see them. Solubility of the solutes is significantly affected by temperature. Heat is required to break the bonds holding molecules together. The solubility can be increased if temperature is increased, and the solubility can be decreased if temperature is decreased. म्हणजेच आपण टेम्परेचरनी सोल्युबिलिटी इन्क्रीज पण करू शकतो आणि डिक्रीज पण करू शकतो. सो केस 1, in endothermic process the solubility increase with increase in temperature and vice versa. So we all know what are endothermic processes. Endothermic processes are those reactions in which energy is required. If the heat given off in dissolving reaction is less than the heat required to break the solid, hence dissolving reaction is endothermic, that is energy is required. Addition of more heat enhances dissolving reaction by providing energy to break the bonds. Then case 2, in exothermic processes solubility decrease with increase in temperature. Exothermic reactions are those in which heat or energy is given out. If heat given in dissolving reaction is greater than heat required to break solid, the dissolving reaction is exothermic and the energy is given out. Addition of more heat inhibits dissolving reaction as already heat is being produced. Obviously जर त्याच्यामध्ये ऑलरेडी हीट असेल आणि तुम्ही त्याच्यावर अजून हीट सप्लाय करत असताल तर ती डिझॉल्विंग रिॲक्शन इनहिबिट होणार. Then what is solubility curve? Curve drawn between solubility and temperature is called solubility curve. It represents effect of temperature on solubility. There are two types of curves. First is continuous and second is discontinuous. Then continuous curve. They show no sharp break in curves anywhere. Example, curve of potassium chlorate and sodium chlorate. Then what is discontinuous curve? Curve that show sudden change in direction. Sharp point is shown in this curve, and at a break a new solid phase appears and another solubility curve of that new phase start. This was all about solubility curve. This overall consists of the first half section of the chapter. In the next section or the next slides we are going to see the remaining section of the chapter. Thank you.